Hey guys, Airgun Angie with Backyard Shooting, and I've got another new PCP, and this one is called the Stoeger Xm1 Bullshark. It is a bullpup style PCP. It has several different adjustments to allow the shooter's comfort. It is also at Airgun Direct available in 177, 22, and 25. Guess what caliber I have? Okay, so first up, thank you Airgun Direct for sending this my way. I've checked out two Stoeger air rifles from Airgun Direct so far and have been absolutely 150% impressed with every bit about each of them, including the price. Airgun Direct is an online airgun store run by a veteran who has done all different types of shooting for many, many years and has grown to love the PCP world. And so he has on his website several PCPs to offer from Stoeger, Air Venturi, FX, Brocock. There's a lot of different things that he has to offer. So if you guys are interested in checking any of those out, definitely go take a look at his website, airgundirect.com. He has 30 days satisfaction guarantee. His goal is to supply the airgun community with great airguns. Okay, on to aesthetics. From butt to muzzle, the total length is 27.55 inches and the total weight is 6.2 pounds. Beginning at the rubber butt pad, you'll see it has removable shims to adjust the length of pull. See, a blue one and a green. I think that's green. It's kind of greenish yellow. You can remove those shims to adjust the length of pull. Attached to the rubber butt is the ambidextrous synthetic bullpup stock with the checkering on the rear, the interchangeable pistol grip, the forearm, as well as the vertical front grip that is removable. Even though this is a bullpup and intended for running and gunning, it is slingable. In front of the pistol grip is the two-stage trigger with a manual push-button safety above the trigger. Moving forward on the belly of the gun, or forearm, Stoeger has kindly placed a vertical front grip and side accessories rails with an integrated magazine holder. Ain't that cool? Almost completely hidden under the stock is the 265cc air cylinder that fills to a max pressure of 3,625 psi or 250 bar. At the end of the air cylinder is an easy-to-read manometer, yeah, we're back at that again, with a spring-loaded fill port cover. Above the air cylinder is the 19.29-inch rifled and shrouded barrel with an integrated moderator, as well as the option to attach an additional moderator to its 1/20 UNF threads. Following the barrel to the rear of the PCP is the raised Picatinny optics rail, where you'll mount your optic of choice, and on the right side below the optics rail is the side lever cocking handle. This one has a lot to offer. We're not done yet. Continuing to follow the barrel back is the interchangeable cheek riser. You can use the one already installed, or there's another one included that adds a little height to it. Finally, below the cheek riser is the magazine well, where you insert the magnetic easy-to-load 8-shot magazine for 25. Yep, it's a 25 cal. On to operation. This one is going to need scoped for precise accuracy, and I have my go-to scope, the Hawk Vantage 30, 4-16x50 mounted with the TSO rings from shepherdsoutdoors.com. Definitely go check them out. These are actually the higher rings because they asked me which ones would be better, and for a lot of air guns, the higher rings are better so that you have space for the mags to go in and out, especially if you're going to be using high capacity mags, because a lot of times the high capacity mags are taller. I know on one of the guns I did recently, I couldn't use the high capacity mag that it came with because the scope was too low to the mag well. So in this case, he's got high, low, medium. He's got one-piece mounts. He's got just about everything. So you should definitely go check out shepherdoutdoor.com or type in TSO mounts. It'll come up. Next up, as we discovered in the beginning, this is a PCP and will need to fill the air cylinder. Pull the spring-loaded dust cover forward, insert the probe completely into the fill port, and fill to the max pressure of 250 bar. Bleed the valve and remove the probe. The dust cover will automatically close. Let's load the mag. Turn the clear cover clockwise until it stops. Turn the mag over and load one pellet in skirt first. Place one finger over the hole and turn it back over. Turn the clear cover to the next empty space, inserting the rest of the pellets head first until full. Be sure the Bullshark is on safety and pointed in a safe direction. Then pull the side lever cocking handle to the rear of the gun, insert the mag into the mag well, push the cocking handle forward, disengage the safety, and squeeze the trigger. Okay, so I have the favorite ammo at 25 yards. I've got the Predator GTOs. And then the AEA 29.5s. These are AEA center punch, 29.5 grains. Then, because I couldn't choose between the two AEAs, I just went ahead and brought them both along because they both did pretty good at 25. These are the 33.9s. And I'll just put that over here, trying to look all organized and stuff. And then very last, but definitely not least, I've got the JSB Exact King Heavies. These are the 33.95s, and those are the Mark IIs. So that's, this time I've got 4 again, but like I said before, guys, this is my video, so I get to pick whether I take 3 or 4 back to 50. So those are the favorite pellets at 25 yards. That's what I picked. Sorry, guys, I didn't really give you an opportunity to tell me what you thought was best, but you can still tell me what you thought was best. It's okay. Next up is the full to empty, because I want to see how it performs from full to empty. This is not, I repeat, not a regulated PCP. So we're going to have most likely a shot curve. We're going to have most likely maybe a point of impact change from start to finish. So we're going to test that by doing a full to empty. We'll see how many shots we're going to get and where each shot placement is and the velocity. And I will tell you right now up front, guys, I use the Nate Crony and I absolutely love that thing. It is fantastic. I hook it up to my phone and I don't use my regular cell phone that I make phone calls and texts with. I have a totally different cell phone that I use. And I had all the information stored in there. Went out with the ladies the other night on a coon hunt and I lost the phone. So, lost it, gone, couldn't find it. Gone until maybe another coon hunter finds it. But, so all the original out of the box velocity information is disappeared. And I can't really go back because I've already made a hammer spring adjustment because I wanted to see if I could get better accuracy at 50 yards. So, yeah, I do remember out of the box, I was getting just over 700 feet per second with the 29.5s. The other ones was getting maybe a little under 700 feet per second, and the GTOs were ranging about 750, closer to 8. The average from full to empty was like 704 or something like that. And I used the JSB King Heavies, the 33s. So, like I said, I don't have that information on hand. I just have what I remember in here, which isn't much, and I apologize for that. But I did do another full to empty test after I adjusted the hammer spring. Oh, and the shot count before adjusting the hammer spring was 72 shots. So I don't remember how much the website actually says or the manufacturer claims. I think it's less than that. So I got more than what the manufacturer claimed as far as shot count. And point of impact, there's not really any change from mag 1 all the way to mag 8. I shot 9 mags. But all the way to mag 8, the point of impact is just about the same. Mag 9, the velocity dropped. We had a couple in the same spot, and then they went all over the place. So a little bit of change with the last one. That's a lot of shots. That's a lot of shots for such a little gun, right? But it is a bullpup style, so we know that it has the same stuff that a regular length rifle would have. It's just more shoved together and compact. So on with the full to empty after the hammer spring adjustment. So I turned the hammer spring, which is super easy to access. It's at the back of the gun right here. I turned the hammer spring 1.5 turns, and shot 1 produced 734 feet per second, and then halfway through it shot 32. I got 732 feet per second, and then it shot 64. Remember, these are with the heavies, the 33s. So at shot 64, I got 702. So what I found after the hammer spring adjustment from full to empty is the first, 2-3 mags were decent. They definitely were not as tight as they were straight out the box. So I probably am going to wind up backing the hammer spring back down. But first, we got to see how it shoots at 50 yards before doing any of that. So the average FPE, foot-pounds of energy, was 41. So definitely producing plenty of power. And that was over the 64 shots. Before we move on to 50-yard accuracy, let's talk about this trigger. It's a 2-stage trigger. You guys know, like, my favorite trigger pull weight is going to be less than 2 pounds. I like a trigger that's less than 2 pounds. I can shoot a gun with a little heavier trigger and not be bothered by it, but you probably won't hear the sounds of, oh, that's a sweet trigger. Oh, I really like that trigger. So that's where I stand. This one, the first pull weight I got was 1 pound, 10.4 ounces, right there. And the second one was 1 pound, 8.6 ounces. So yes, it is my kind of trigger, less than 2 pounds. Finally, on to the 50-yard accuracy test. So I took all 4 of these pellets back to 50 yards, out the box as is, and I shot them, and the best ones out of all 4 were the Predator GTOs, which they were okay. I mean, they weren't stacked one on top of the other like a lot of you say, like, that sucks because they're not one on top of each other. They were okay. They weren't great. But the rest of them were kind of near terrible. So, I mean, really, I was thinking, what can you expect from a gun that's producing a little over 700 feet per second? So let's crank up the hammer spring and let's see if we get better results. So that's what I did. I cranked up the hammer spring and I did another test, and the favorites definitely changed. The favorites became the AEA 33.9s. Those ones, again, it wasn't a one-hole group, but pretty close to it. I think we had 1 flyer. The rest of them were right there on top of each other. So yes, not an unpicky pellet rifle, but definitely one that is a 50-yard air rifle with the appropriate ammo. So just remember, if you get yourself a Bullshark, get you some AEA 33.9s and you'll be just fine. What about, we're not done. We are not done. What about backyard friendliness? I mean, it does claim, when I read about this air rifle, it claims to be super quiet. This right here is an integrated moderator. It quiets it down quite a bit. You take this off, you've got baffles in here, but it also has the 1/2x20 threaded UNF. So you can add an additional moderator, which I did. I used this Donnie FL right here, and I tested it first. I did at the muzzle, and I'm having issues screwing this back on. Get it straight, girl. Okay. So at first, at the muzzle, without the moderator, I got, for both shots, 86.7 dBs. That's below 90 dBs. That's not normal. Normally normal. It's not normally normal for a PCP without an additional moderator. So already, yes, at the muzzle, 86.7 both times. Then when I put the Donnie FL, I got 76.3 and 79.2. So again, very, very, very quiet. Now I brought it back, not now, but then I brought it back to the shooter's perspective, which is me. And I left the moderator on it since it was already on it. So first results are going to be with the moderator, 82.7 and 82.5. So a little bit louder from the shooter's perspective than from the muzzle. And then without the moderator, I got 91.3 and 91.8. So still a little louder from the shooter's perspective than it is in front of the muzzle. Now, I've got one more test to do, and that is sort of from a neighbor's perspective, 20 yards away. Let's see what they're going to hear. Since we already have the moderator off of it, I'm going to go ahead and go without the mod first at 20 yards away. The first reading was 82.5 and 86.4. Fur. I was thinking of chickens. I don't know why I said fur. So let me say that again. 82.5 and 86.4. So yes, still backyard friendly from a neighbor's perspective. Now, I could not get test results with the moderator on it. All I can tell you is it's quieter than chickens. Yes, quieter than chickens. So if you have backyard friendly chickens, then this gun is definitely backyard friendly for you. Okay, last test, very, very last test. We're not completely done yet. Offhand. Oh, I nicked it. Does that count? There we go. Oh, I hit it. Remember, I hit that middle one with the hammer, the bar with the hammer, so it doesn't spin. Ow. There we go. Oh, right beside it. That's it. All right, so no go on the smaller one, but yes, it's designed to be an offhander, so of course it's going to be a great one. So once I got settled into the vertical front grip, once I got settled into that, I actually shot pretty good offhand. So, and it's a bullpup. Those are its intentions. It's not really supposed to be a bench gun. That's a runner and gunner. Runner and gunner. That's going to be it for the testing, and I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of what I think about the Stoeger Xm1 Bullshark in 25 cal. I think it's a great PCP and has a lot to offer. For one, it's got plenty of adjustments. The butt pad can be shortened. This can be changed out to make it taller. The grip, it comes with a larger grip, or this blue one is the smaller one. So I changed that. It also has the pick accessory rails on the side with integrated mag holders. You just pop your mag in, and there you go. It's got one on both sides. It is a little pellet picky, but you find the right pellet and it shoots great. It's very quiet, very, very quiet. Great for offhanding. Has the pick rails, which I like. I would definitely test it when you get it straight out the box. Shoot it straight out the box before making any adjustments at all. I'm going to actually probably drop the hammer spring back. I'll probably do some more testing. Maybe I'll crank it up a little bit more and see what happens. But there is some adjustments you can make so you can kind of tune it for some different ammo. It does take a lot of time, a lot of testing to do that kind of thing, and it is super important that you have a chronograph while you're doing that so you can find the sweet spot for your air rifle. I think that's pretty much about it. It was a pleasure to shoot, and as I have time, I will definitely be doing some more testing with it to find out where its sweet spot is, and if I have a new report on accuracy as far as ammo, I will definitely bring that to you guys. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you, Airgun Direct, for sending this out. Thank you, Stoeger, for making some great products. I'm Airgun Angie with Backyard Shooting. Thank you guys for watching and all of your support. Y'all don't just have a good day. Have an awesome one. See ya.